Welcome, super fans, super friends, and super family. Welcome to anyone who is new to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to episode 8 of the Umbrella Academy. Episode 7 ended where things are not looking so good for the family. We have Vanya off with Harold Jenkins. She just got a glimpse that she has this incredible power, but obviously she doesn't know how to control it. We have Luther being just off trying drugs, dancing, being just crazy because he's upset about his dad. And we have Klaus, who is just holding on to sobriety as hard as he can. Please stay strong. We got Hazel and Cha-Cha going against each other. I was really rooting for, Cha-Cha to team up with Hazel and to kind of try to stop the end of the world. It's actually where I thought things were going. But last episode, it really looks like they're going to be at each other's throats. And, I just hope that Hazel can escape with his lovely donut lady. But I'm ready to jump into this episode. As always, if you do want to see my full unedited reaction, that's up on Patreon for $1. Next week's reaction is up for early access. To anyone who's new to this channel, I just want to welcome you and thank you to everyone for liking, subscribing, commenting. Every little bit helps this new channel with the YouTube algorithm, and I really do appreciate it. Let's jump into the Umbrella Academy episode 8. I don't know. We got 3 episodes left in this first season. I have a feeling things are going to get worse before they get better, and I have a feeling things might not even get better. I could see season 1 ending on a dark, terrible cliffhanger.
I want to hear about the time the Umbrella Academy defeated the robbers at the museum.
Again?
I mean, how is a bedtime story supposed to beat the superhero stories that your mom actually did?
They went in quietly, like mice, one by one in a line.
Oh, this is cool. I like this animation style.
Uncle Ben, he took down 4 at the same time.
I wish we could see more of Ben's power, honestly.
We asked their leader if he could put back what didn't belong to him. And
I hope we see more of Allison's power this episode, too.
she's a little different than the rest of us.
So you thought she had no powers, but this whole time...
I heard a rumor. But you're really tired. You're really tired.
Oh no. Ah, Allison, why? Why would you do... I mean, look, I understand how tempting that has got to be, and as someone who doesn't have children, I can only imagine when your patience is running thin and it's just that easy. You're like, look, it's not hurting anyone.
I get it in one I heard a rumor that you think I'm perfect for this. I heard a rumor that you love me.
Oh no, did she do that for all those things? Like her whole career? And even for love? That was a strong opening, man. I can't imagine how tempting it would be, though, having that power and not using it in your day-to-day life. I feel like that's like receiving the death note and being confident saying, I'll never use it. Really? In fact, it's even harder because you can justify it and say, look, I'm doing this for good. I'm not harming anybody. It would be very, very hard. Someone besides Allison needs to break the news to Vanya that her love interest is a sadistic killer, probably responsible for the end of the world. Because Vanya is just not going to take it from Allison. You need to hear this from the whole family.
Need to be observed, or...
Hey, want me to come back for a checkup?
It's eerie seeing him from the side with like an eye patch covering his face. That's a nice touch.
Fine, but you'll have to sign the voluntary discharge papers.
Can't just run off. This poor nurse is trying to do her job. I mean, come on. They were horrible people.
Condition.
It's one thing to be drunk, but they were like beating him to death. But Vanya is just such a sweet person. Like, it's going to be difficult coming to terms with the fact that she has power, that she killed people. It's a whole new world for her.
Chief, did you get into?
What? I didn't.
Oh no? Maybe I should ask her. Wait, is this your...
Was it really? Klaus is, he's just celebrating.
Keep your voice down.
I need Klaus to wake me up in the morning, ringing a bell and being this hilarious. Give number 5 his coffee first. He's earned it.
Klaus, I conned your dad last night.
Hey, yeah, I think it's smart that he told them.
I'm not.
Master Klaus is correct.
He knew this whole time?
Master Hargreaves enact his plan.
Why didn't you tell them earlier, though?
More difficult than you could ever know.
I think they had a right to know, though.
Any other damn secrets? No, I won't calm down. We've been lied to by the one person in this family we all trusted.
I do agree. I think he should have been more honest.
There's always choice.
I do agree with that. There is always a choice, and it's rough. If you make a promise to a dying man, how do you break that? But that is not the smart way to go about it. It's rough when I feel like this family needs to just pause everything, have about 6 years of therapy, but they don't have time for that because there's about 6 hours before the world's over.
What happened to those guys?
You saw what happened.
I wonder if there's any chance that he set it up. Like, is there any chance that he, was doing a complicated plan to bring out Vanya's powers and, like, bribe those jerks to attack him?
We're defending me.
I shouldn't be able to.
I wouldn't put it past this guy.
Control it. Make it less tidal wave, more ripple.
That's a good way to describe, getting a control over it. But I think he wants the opposite. He wants a giant tsunami. He doesn't want just a tidal wave.
We aren't in a rush, Hazel. We have the rest of our lives.
We're in a little bit of a rush. My murderous partner is after us and the world's about to end. Just that.
Just 2 miles from a vegan donut
I swear, if Cha-Cha kills her, I'm going to be so upset with Cha-Cha.
We have time to see them all.
This poor lady who worked her whole life and saved up money and is now in love.
Allison freaking Hargreaves. Wow. My wife's...
Is this how it feels like for real-life celebrities to be recognized in real life? I would love to know, what percentage of, running into fans. I bet there's got to be a lot of fans who are really cool when they meet celebrities, right? That are considerate.
Day in the life, huh? Come on. Follow me.
Well played, Allison. Well played. I thought you were just gonna, start mind controlling everybody.
Bullshit, you know that.
I like how he just gives him a look like, really, dude? Come on. But if there's cameras, is he really helping Diego out? Or is he... Oh, he gave him a key. Okay, that answered that. He's really helping him out. Although when we saw Vanya audition, it seemed like there was something going on. I wonder if, a connection and immersion is another way to bring out her powers.
Vanya, this is
It's terrifying.
extraordinary.
Okay, Vanya, at this point you need to start listening to how he's talking like a supervillain. Who says extraordinary like that, except evil people?
Where?
Save the world.
Oh, is that all? Great.
Was he knitting? That's amazing. You better be careful messing, especially as a child. You know how baby rattlesnakes release too much poison because they have no control? I feel like that's how Vanya's power is. all the time. Oh, man. How is he gonna try to control it, though?
There you go.
I mean, that's what happens every time I meditate. I don't know about you guys.
Your ability is tied to your emotions.
What? How do you know?
I've been stalking you and doing some research. That's all.
Leave me alone.
Give us a minute.
Okay, come on, maybe they'll brood each other to death.
Yeah, let's have a little brood off. One brother brooding against another.
I'm done with all of it. With him, with you, with this family.
Why are you taking it out on them? This has to do with you and your father. Yeah, I am with Klaus. I'm looking at my watch. Like, can we get this over with?
Is a convicted murderer. Who would have saw that one coming? No hard to trust anyone who wears corduroy.
A life advice to live by.
Mr. Hal Jenkins. Alone.
If this doesn't motivate Luther into stepping up, that is true. That should have been the first thing that Diego said. This was such a great donut shop. I would love to go to a donut shop like this. It's a great set piece that they used for the show. Oh my gosh. Well, you made it pretty obvious where you're gonna go. I mean, unless Hazel was smart and this is a trick. Of course you want to explode this wonderful place. You know what? I'm done. I am done with Cha-Cha. I'm with Hazel. Cha-Cha, you're done. Yeah, just because you wanted to look cool, you had to blow up a whole wonderful donut shop.
This guy hired us to start a fight.
I knew it. Oh, he did. He hired them.
Hey, by any chance, is your movie called Small Town Cop Falls for Hollywood Superstars bullshit?
I think she's in trouble. I need your help.
Come on, help out the superhero.
But the doctor's ordered more tests. You're gonna have to ask him questions later.
Well, you can delay 1 second, nurse. They're really just gonna listen just like that? No pushback? They're just gonna give up? Come on, you have to persist to get things done at the hospital sometimes.
Should we pick up where we left off?
No, the violin. The concert's tomorrow.
Oh, I feel like during the concert, that's when she's gonna unleash her powers, like losing herself in the sound of the music.
This thing that's happening to you, it's important.
So is my music.
Right.
It's great seeing him try so hard to maintain the nice guy facade when inside he's just full of rage and hate. We still have to figure out what his actual plan is, though. There's more information he must have gotten from the professor's notebook that we haven't seen yet.
This place looks nice.
I swear, if Agnes dies, I'm done. I'm stopping the show. Just so everyone knows.
Explain it now, but there's something I have to take care of before we can go.
Does he mean killing Cha-Cha, or does he mean stopping the end of the world? What an unexpected, just wonderful romance to pop up in this show. Like, what is he up to? What's going on? We're gonna find something, or he's gonna do something.
In a controlled environment.
And Pogo is not blameless in all of this. He went along with what the professor wanted. Now, are these memories that Vanya has blocked out somehow? Or is that related to her powers? Like she doesn't remember when she uses it? She's having a full-on panic attack. I mean, what is this gonna do for, like, triggering powerful emotion? It's working. It's working. A little bit too well, maybe. Don't destroy this wonderful home, okay? you know, the value of this real estate. Now that is cool. That is a great way to show the extent of her power by just pulling the camera back like that. Is she gonna walk in on Vanya using all her power?
Had them all this time. It's weird, huh?
That's one word to describe it. I feel like that's not selling how incredible that is. Yes, exactly.
You're not going to want to hear it.
Well, that's never stopped you before.
Come on, Vanya.
I don't understand.
Leonard...
Look at the hard evidence, Vanya. As horrible as this is to find out, look at the hard evidence. Is he listening in on this conversation somewhere? Is there like a secret underground passage in this house?
It's time, number 3.
But then he asked me to do something I never understood.
Oh, don't tell me she erased her memory.
Do it.
I heard a rumor. Ordinary.
But don't tell. This is not the time to reveal this to Vanya, because she is going to react horribly, and now that she has this power, it's going to lead to just horrible things.
I didn't realize.
You knew this whole time? That I had power?
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Threatening your place in the house, your dominance.
That is not true.
You couldn't handle the fact that Dad might find me special.
Great.
Look me in the eye and tell me you're not threatened now.
Oh man. This is why you shouldn't have said anything, Allison. You can make your confession later.
Are you okay?
I said no!
Allison, read the room. Time to leave.
You do this.
If you say that heard a rumor, you better talk fast.
I heard a rumor.
What?
Allison! I'm sorry.
I don't believe it. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. How? You guys already killed Detective Eudora. You're killing Allison?
Hey, can you go any faster?
Ask me again and I'll burn you with a cigarette.
They can't seriously have killed Allison. There's no way. There's no way. She was such a main character to the show. This is unbelievable. This is full-on Game of Thrones. They're just killing anyone. It doesn't matter how important they are to the story. I swear, if they do this to Klaus, I'm done. I am done. I mean, the family can't be together if someone in the family is dead. Wow. Just, wow. Wow. Okay, that's it. Goodbye. Last reaction. That's unbelievable. Okay, well, I had a lot to talk about this episode, but after that ending, I feel like there's really only one huge thing to talk about, and it is massive. I mean, Vanya killing Allison is such a game changer for this show. First of all, I don't even know how to process it completely. I fully was expecting in that confrontation something to happen. Either Harold was going to pop out and, pull out some trick to control Vanya. And what I really thought was going to happen is that Vanya was going to just snap and lose it and, throw Allison back, 5,000 feet or whatever. And we would just see like a massive ripple effect that was more powerful than anything else we've seen before. Instead, she kills her. Did not see that coming at all. And man, is this going to have some serious consequences, because good luck getting the family together now, especially once they figure out that Vanya is the one who did it. I mean, Luther, there's no chance he's going to, he's going to respond with just pure hate. And I have a feeling that they don't have the strength to take Vanya on. I mean, who knows the extent of her power? I mean, I do feel like this is a huge lucky break for Harold Jenkins. I mean, there's no way, for all his master plan, that he could have predicted that the fight would play out exactly like that. And I mean, I feel like Vanya just snapped. She didn't intentionally kill her sister, but she did. But I do think it's such a horrible reveal, the fact that Allison, even as a little girl, not really the fact, she was so young when she did that to Vanya and erased her memory. I don't really blame her for that act. What I do absolutely blame Allison for is the fact that as an adult, she never talked to Vanya and admitted this. I mean, she knows what a huge role this played in all of Vanya's life, in her self-worth, in her feeling like an outsider of the family. I mean, who knows how much Vanya has been struggling with this inferiority complex. And, child Allison, I get it. You're under the manipulation of a father. You're so young. It's not your fault that you are manipulated into using your powers against one of your siblings. It is your fault that as a full-grown adult, you never admit this. And I thought that was just there were a couple things, the confrontation between Vanya and Allison was done really well. First of all, Elliot Page just nailing it with the performance of just the shock and the, processing all these huge things and seeing someone who's so sensitive and so hurt finally snap. That was just killer performance right there. But I like a few things. Like, I like how there's the line of Allison telling Vanya, like, I love you. And someone who's so hurt, you hear that line, that's upsetting to hear, because someone who says they love you when they're hurting you in a serious way, or at least they did in the past, that is not enough. Saying those words is not enough to calm you down. And then, I was just waiting for Allison to use her powers. I heard a rumor. I was literally, I'm thinking to myself, okay, you better say I heard a rumor that you calm down so fast. I mean, come on, Allison, you need to practice speaking quicker. Like, you could see she was at a breaking point, and it was so appropriate that that Vanya snapped hearing that phrase, especially just having found out that Allison had used that power against her. And I do feel like it was a really cool foreshadowing having the episode called I Heard a Rumor, because I was watching this whole episode expecting Allison to use her powers. Like, I really thought when she was first approaching the police at the crime scene, we were just going to start seeing Allison just, go. I thought the extreme nature of their circumstances, Allison was just not going to hold back and was just going to be very flippant with her power and just start mind controlling everybody and kind of justifying it, saying, look, the world's at stake, I have to do this right now. But instead, we really don't see her use her powers. And the episode, the title of the episode is not so much her use of the powers in the present, but the emotional weight of her having used her powers in the past. And they foreshadow that with the opening of the episode, with showing Allison's guilt at having used her power so many times repeatedly throughout her life to move herself ahead in her career, to move ahead with love, to calm down her daughter. And I thought that's just such a beautiful way to to unravel everything, especially with how it ended. I mean, wow. I mean, what's going to happen now? Is Klaus going to, bring Allison back from the dead and communicate with her? As much as I'm so shocked by Allison's death, part of me does hope that there's not some cheap trick to bring her back from the dead, because part of what I loved about early season Game of Thrones is just the brutality and the guts that the show had to truly kill off anyone. And as painful as it is to lose characters that you love, it makes for truly powerful storytelling. So if they do bring Allison back in unless it's a really justified way of doing it, that is going to lower my opinion of the show a bit. Because right now I have so much respect for the writers and the showrunner of the show for doing a bold move. Killing off such a big, likable character like Allison is a risk. You will lose audience members who are attached to that character, but I love storytelling like that isn't afraid to make choices, because when you do things like that in a story, the whole time, if you can kill off a main character, then there's so many things that can happen. It makes the whole experience of the show, I feel like, you get more invested emotionally because you realize that the stakes are real, and it also makes you pay more attention, because just when you think things are predictable, something like that will happen that completely shatters your expectations. And that's such an effective use to engage an audience, at least for me personally. So I don't mind if Allison comes back in the form of, Klaus bringing her back from the dead to communicate with her. I don't mind if she has a tragic farewell with Luther, but I do hope that she remains dead. Even though I really liked her as a character, and I'm sad to see her go. But wow, what an episode. I did not see that coming, and that was just overall an incredible episode. I don't know. It's going to take me a minute. I'll have my predictions for where this season is going to wrap up probably at the beginning of next episode. But right now, I'm still just processing what happened. So thank you to everyone, as always, for watching. Thank you to everyone for liking, subscribing, commenting. That helps me so much. As always, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.